Welcome back to the Home Sweet Home podcast with Marissa. I am your host, Marissa O'Connor, with the Charlotte Cole Group at Keller Williams, and I'm really good at saying that full intro now. And today I'm really excited because I have our amazing administrative professional from the Charlotte Cole Group, Brandy Denley, with us today. Thank you so much, Brandy.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
I am just thrilled to have you. First of all, you've not just been such an amazing asset to our team. Brandy's a wonderful friend and just all around amazing soul that you want in your corner at all times. So it's true. So I'm just excited that you agreed. Thank you, first of all. And today's episode is all about property taxes. So an important part about being a homeowner is that you have a big asset in your name. And taxes are a thing, and they happen every year.
Unfortunately, yes.
They happen every year. And maybe if you're a new homeowner, it may not be something that you're really familiar with. I'll be completely honest, I don't know a whole lot about it. So I am looking forward to learning from Brandy today. She always protests her own property taxes. So that's why I wanted to bring her in and talk about it. It's something that you can do, and you can do it on your own. You can hire a service to do it for you. But Brandy has done it before. So Brandy, just tell me a little bit about your experience with protesting your taxes. Like, what's the process? I think, like, you get a letter in the mail, first of all.
Yes.
So just talk me there kind of from there, and I'll let you go.
Well, the letter comes in every year, unfortunately, or somewhere between, I would say, March and early May.
Yeah.
And you get that shock sometimes.
Sticker shock
of the value of your home.
And that's for the appraisal value of your home.
Yes.
So that's like your home and your property valued together.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. And so when you get that in, I always protest. There's a form you can fill out. You can do it online.
Yes.
It's pretty easy.
And you do it through your own appraisal district. So like different counties have different appraisal districts.
Absolutely.
Brandy lives in Montgomery County. I live in Harris County. So when I'm protesting my taxes, I do it through the Harris County Appraisal District.
Yes.
Brandy does it through the Montgomery County Appraisal District.
Correct. Yes. So I just fill out, and there's some options of what you would fill out. It's whether it's the correct value of your home or comparatives, whether you're being taxed properly. If you say you have cattle or something, there's other options you can check off.
Some kind of exemptions.
Yes, different exemptions. The main one for most people is the comparatives. Whether,
what my home is actually valued at. Yes. Like I saw like a really funny graphic one time, and it was like 3 different homes. So like one home is like a little kid's like, playhouse.
Yes.
Another home is like, like a shanty town house. And then another home's like a mansion. It's like how I see my house, how the real estate market sees my house at the shanty town. And then the mansion is how the appraisal district sees my house.
Correct.
So the appraisal district is typically coming in with a higher value of your home and your property every year, which is great when you're going to sell it. However, when you're going to pay taxes on it, you want to make sure that you're as close to market value as possible, especially if it's lower than the appraisal value that they're bringing in. So like, just for example, let's say like I bought my house, and I'm using just round numbers. Okay. I bought my house for like $300,000 this year. I get my tax bill for next year. They say the appraisal district tells me that my home is valued, actually, they believe at $400,000, but that's not what I just paid for it recently. So in this case, like you could actually present what you purchased your home for since it was just in the past year.
Yes.
And that would help bring your taxes down. However, Texas is a non-disclosure state. Correct. So we don't typically share the value of our home that we purchased it for with anybody. And that's something that we always tell our clients too at the closing table.
Worst scenario actually happened to us. We bought the land, built the house, and the tax office came back and said we owed $100,000 more in value of the home, and within a year. So at that point, you would go show what you actually paid, and then they reduced it for that first year.
Wow.
Back down to that $100,000. So.
I didn't even realize that was your scenario.
It is. It's exactly my scenario.
Wow. Okay. Well, that was a great example.
Yes.
Okay. So, but let's say like, now you've been in the home a while. Okay.
Yes.
Like every year when your bill comes in, now I can't say, well, I purchased it for this price. No, that doesn't work anymore. So what Brandy does is she goes in and she compares her home to like homes in her area.
Yes.
And if other homes in her area have sold lower than what the appraisal district is stating that your home is worth, that's kind of the proof you bring in, right? Okay.
And when you do that, make sure if you're looking at 2024 taxes, don't go, well, I'm going to look in the last 3 months, because starting January 1st of 2025 does not, they don't care what those houses sold for. It's only for that year that you're being taxed. So you have to go back to 2024.
Back me up one step here. I think I fast forwarded a little bit. So we get the letter, you mark some things off on it. Do you make an appointment at that point with the appraisal district, or you mail it back? What happens?
You can either mail it or do it online, and I'll mark off the box that it's the value's not compared to other houses. That's not the correct value.
Okay.
And then I also, when you fill out that form, make sure you request their evidence packet. So now it's called the evidence packet. It used to be called the HB 201, House Bill 201.
Okay.
So then they would have to mail you
why they're
their
valuing
evidence. Yes.
your house at that price. Okay.
And when they mail you that packet, it'll give you the date of your hearing.
Okay.
Or your protest date. And then that's when so you'll have some time, you'll be able to review their packet. And I go on the tax appraisal site and just look up my neighbor's address. So you can see what everybody's being taxed by going on to Harris County Appraisal District or Montgomery County Appraisal District. You can see what all your neighbors are paying in taxes. Sometimes they can actually be right. I've tried to help people that I was like, your house is actually valued lower right now. I don't know if it's worth fighting, but it's always worth looking into them.
Definitely. Okay. So whenever you get your appointment sent to you, that's when, in your case, you always go and meet with them in person.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about that experience. What does that look like?
Well, when I get that packet, I start doing my homework. And so I see what houses that they put as evidence. And you have 15 minutes when you go in. Well, let me take a step back. You can go, your first step, you can go to the appraiser.
Okay.
I have been bypassing the appraiser the last couple of years and just excluding that because they will only lower about 10 to 15,000, if that.
Okay.
And then you have to go sit back out in the waiting room and wait to go in front of a board of 3 people. They give you an option sometimes of you can choose 1 person or 3. Always choose the 3. And so to not have to do that extra wait, I just go straight for the board, and that's where I've been mostly successful.
Okay.
Almost all the time.
Awesome. So, good job. And so when you go, you just present what you're bringing to the table, why you disagree. And then at that point, do they tell you immediately they're going to lower the value, or do they come at you later and give you it? So they tell you immediately.
You have 15 minutes to plead your case. So when you get their evidence packet, you just look through their homes that they're comparing against yours. Go on MCAT, Montgomery County or Harris County Appraisal District, and use those addresses and see which ones. Last year they put me compared my house to a house with like glass, with tile roofing, and a completely luxury home. And I'm a traditional, home builder home.
Right.
And so you have 15 minutes, so you can't go through their whole list. So I picked one of their houses that
compare,
that could not compare. And you have 15 minutes to plead your case, and that's all they have time for. And they'll look at each other and agree or disagree.
Wow. So, I mean, can you choose your appointment time? Or do they just give it to you?
They just give it to you, but you can request a different one if that one's not going to work for you.
I feel like you should always request a morning time if you're meeting with people in person.
That's a good idea.
Anyways, so maybe if you have the option, select a morning time. I think you may have more success. I don't know. You're just dealing with people.
I haven't been able to. Well, we've always taken their first appointment, unless like my husband was traveling out of town or something for work. Then I would ask to reschedule, but I don't know if you get to choose your time.
Select your time.
But now I know if I'm ever able to choose my time after the class we're in. Definitely
don't do it right before lunch.
They're going to be hangry
when people are hangry like me today at our meeting. Okay, so you've successfully done that. Either they tell you yes or no, you go back. Is there anything else you have to do at that point, or they just have everything they need and they'll make the changes as needed if there are any?
There's an appraiser actually in the room, but she's not on the board. But she has a computer and a screen that your house, they can pull up an aerial view, and any of the comps that are in their evidence that you're going to use, they will pull up that address to see the difference between the homes, so to make sure nobody's lying.
Right.
And definitely don't go in lying. Show facts only.
Yes.
And be respectful.
Smile.
Whether you agree or disagree with them, always be 100% respectful, because it can backfire on you. I've heard of people making a comment and it hasn't worked good for them. So
that's not good. No, always put your best foot forward.
Yes, absolutely. So
for sure. You know, if you are not a superstar like Brandy, and do you want to hire a service to do this for you? There are services that do for you. I was just talking to my mom this morning. She hires somebody to do it for her, and I believe they pay like a nominal fee if they're able to lower your taxes. Correct. If they don't lower it, you don't pay anything. So that's, I think it could be a great option if, you feel a little bit overwhelmed by the whole thing. But it's also a great time to reach out to your local realtor. Our team would love to help you, and we can help you pull comparatives to make or not break your case, but hopefully make your case. And if you're listening to this now, it may be a little bit late for you to protest your taxes this year, but it happens every year. So the good thing is now, if you're just learning about this, is there's still time, like next year. Absolutely. So you'll have an opportunity again to, to make your case, and we would love to help you. Brandy's an amazing resource on our team in so many other ways, and this has just been a cherry on top. She's been able to help some of our clients, so we're so grateful for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's been amazing working with y'all.
We love you so much, Brandy. Is there anything I forgot to ask you that I should have asked you that you can think of?
I can't think of anything offhand. It's important to get the paperwork back in time and make sure you can check off too many boxes. Don't ever check off not enough. That's the main thing. If it's not checked off, you can't argue it.
You can't argue it
once you're there. So.
And it's also just a great reminder as well in this segment that we're talking about to file for your homestead exemption. Yeah. If you have not done so already, hopefully you have, but once you purchase the home, they remove the rule. You don't have to wait till January. You can immediately file for your homestead as soon as you update your driver's license. And this prevents the appraisal district from raising your taxes above 10%. Correct. They can only raise it 10% if you have your homestead exemption. And then if you're 65 and older, you can also file for a senior exemption, and that locks in you at a low tax rate for as long as you own the home. And if the tax rate goes lower, I believe that you're able to lower it.
I haven't
but
got that
I
far
don't
yet.
think that it can raise. I will fact check myself on all of this, but if you don't know about senior exemption and this applies to you, I would definitely look into it. My dad just filed for his senior exemption. They have it on the house. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you can know, that you should know. If you have any questions about any of it, don't hesitate to reach out. If I don't know something, I'm an excellent question asker around the office. She is
pretty awesome at it.
And I will find out. Thanks so much for listening today, Brandy. Thanks for being with me today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Love you so much.
I love you guys.
And awesome. God bless. Have a great day.
Bye.